Well, I had a slight scare then, because I just started looking. I'd only been recording for about a minute, but my capture card decided it didn't want to function properly and stopped the whole recording. I really hope it doesn't do that again. Like, I really hope it doesn't do that again, because this is one of those games that if once you've done the championship, you can't. I mean, technically you can do it again, but you can't win the car again, so you won't see me winning the car. So I guess worst case scenario, the video might have a bad cut halfway through, and that's because I've had to start the recording again and then merge the two together. Anyway, we'll see. What I was saying before the recording stopped is I've got my microphone on the TV cabinet now. I've tidied up a bit, made room, so it's higher up, it's not on the floor, but it is about a foot further away from me, so hopefully I'm loud enough. The volume is at 75 and the volume bar does seem to be going into the yellow section quite a lot, so hopefully we'll be okay. Anyway, yep, we're doing the North America Open. We're in the Mustang that I won. Was it last video or the video before? It might have been last video, I can't remember. I'm on level 10, so probably last video. Yep, I'm doing this. I have sort of sorted the issue out with not being able to hear the game's audio. Basically, I'm an idiot and didn't realise you can plug headphones into a PC. I've done that, but now I've got another problem, which is that the headphone cables aren't long enough. Because of where my PC is, I would have to sit about a foot away from my TV, which would be fine if it wasn't a 40-inch TV. So sitting that close, not only will it absolutely destroy my eyes, also I won't be able to see what's going on. So yeah, it's not ideal. So I don't know if there's such a thing as a cable extender. I don't know if that even exists, but I'll look for one and see if that's a thing. If not, I might just have to make do without having the headphones in and just do it as I've been doing it. It's playable. It doesn't matter to you. So also, before we start the race, I want to apologise. There's been no videos pretty much at all this week. Well, this last week. Well, actually, it'll be last week because this video will come out on Friday. So I'm talking about last week, last week. There hasn't really been any videos. That's because I've been, I know I keep saying I'm busy, it sounds like I'm just making it. I'll put a timestamp on the video if you want to skip all this, because I'm probably going to waffle for a bit. Basically, I've been quite busy. I've had a few family events, quite big ones, like, you know, just like the big milestone birthdays, that sort of thing. And I'm in the process of selling my car. I've been very busy with that. I haven't managed to sell it yet. It is quite a niche car, so I don't think I will for a while, but we'll see. It's not that there's anything wrong with it, it's just I need something a bit cheaper to run. So, because the tax on it is nearly £400 a year, which doesn't sound like a lot, but when there's cars out there that cost like £150 a year on tax, it seems silly to pay 400. Yeah, and also it's really hard to get parts for and really expensive to fix, so I need something that's more mainstream that I can fix a lot cheaper and easier. Yeah, I might do a vlog if I get a new car, I might not, it depends. But yeah, that's why there's been no videos. I've just been so busy with stuff, and my mom has broke her glasses. Well, she didn't break them, they broke. So now she can't drive at all. So I have to do all the college runs for my sisters, and I have to take her places and stuff because my dad's at work and he can't do it. So I have to do everything for her because she can't drive. So yeah, and because she doesn't have glasses, she gets bad headaches, which makes her feel ill, and basically I haven't had time, to be completely frank. I haven't had time. I have pre-recorded the laps, so I suppose I could have at least uploaded them. I just forgot, to be honest. I can't. I've just had like a bit of a dry spell with like creativity and not really being asked to. I can't really be asked to do anything, and yeah, it's just been a funny time lately. You know, I'm not depressed or anything. I don't want people getting the wrong idea. I just, you know, sometimes you just can't be bothered. I don't know, and I think, you know, not having many views on this channel doesn't help. It's just going to sound like I'm baiting now, but I don't know. Sometimes I feel like there's not really any point, but yeah, I don't know. This is turning into a counselling session. I'm going to shut up before it turns into one. I'm going to do this all-American event. Hang on one second. Let me just untangle my controller. Yes, I still use wired. I still use wired controllers. Well, it's not that I prefer them. It's just they're cheaper, and I have no money at all. Well, this is a V8 car, first V8 car we've driven. 303 horsepower. Yeah, so it's a 5 litre, so that is pretty pathetic, but 5 litres should have at least 500 in my opinion. But I know it's naturally aspirated, so it gets points off for that, but you get sympathy. I don't know what I'm on about. The only thing I'm really worried about is if you can hear me or not. You should be able to. I mean, the bar is moving up like high. It's not like stopping halfway. It's going up quite high. Yeah, I've got the rest of the Ferraris come in and some Fords that I've pre-recorded. I'll probably start uploading them from tomorrow, so Tuesday. Normally I was going to do it today, but because I upload the videos at midnight, I don't know why, I just do. I missed the boat, so because of my all of them at the same time, I'm going to upload it tomorrow, so Tuesday. But you'll be seeing this video on Friday, so it's very weird, you know, because obviously I'm recording this in advance, talking about videos that are happening in the future, but before this video is released. So you're going to be thinking I'm talking about videos that are coming out next week, but they're not. They're already out. Yeah, I've probably just confused you even more. I don't know what's going on myself, to be honest. My brain is foggy. I'm not an alcoholic. Just want to make that clear. I mean, this race is going to be well easy. I mean, this is a B-class car somehow, and I'm racing D-class, so it's not even a competition, to be honest. I mean, in Motorsport 2, this was downgraded to a C-class, which makes a bit more sense. But then in Motorsport 3, it was downgraded to a D-class, but Motorsport 3 added an E and an F-class. So I guess logically that kind of makes it a B-class, if you look at it like that. I don't know what I'm on about. Road Atlanta, this is actually a track I'm actually quite good at. I like the S's, they're very fun. Yeah. I'm sorry if it sounds like I'm bored. I'm not bored, I'm just tired. I woke up at, what time did I wake up? Like 8 o'clock? I know a lot of people, oh, I wake up at 6 or whatever, but I don't work, so I don't normally wake up that early. I've just made myself sound really lazy. I am planning on going to work. I just haven't found anything. Look, I'm in a position where it'll be very difficult if I did start working right now. I have to wait, because me and my partner are going to move house into our own house, but we want to move to where she lives, or kind of near there, which is about 200 miles from my current house. So yeah, it's not like I can get a job here and then commute every day, because I'd have to leave. Say my shift start at 8 o'clock, I'd have to leave my house at 4 in the morning to get here on time. So I ain't doing that. So I'm gonna have to get a job once. I'm gonna have to get a job once I'm there. But yeah, I do have some money saved up, inheritance from my grandparents, rest in peace, that I'm going to use to pay like the first few months of rent, and then hopefully in that 2-3 months I will be able to find a job. I know exactly what I want to do. I did it at work as work experience when I was at college, and I quite enjoyed it. So yeah, I know most people say it's a crap job, but I quite liked it. I won't tell you exactly what it is, but it is car related. Maybe if I get the job, I'll do a vlog. That's the thing as well. Like, I've been toying with the idea of like maybe like occasionally doing vlogs and stuff, because I do have other YouTube channels, but even though this one doesn't have the most subscribers, this one is going to have the most diverse content. Like, because my other channel, the one that's got the most, is literally just the same thing every week, just with a different car. But this, obviously, I've got this Let's Play series, but then I've got the gameplay as well, and then, you know, there'll be other things coming in the future, other games. You know, I'm not just going to stick to this game. You know, obviously there's Need for Speed I want to play on this channel, Burnout, Project Gotham Racing, all the classics, you know, all the ones, you know. I pretty much said, I think in one of the early videos, I said basically any game that's 20 years old or older will be featured on this channel. So basically any game that was released in or before 2005 will be featured at some point. And then obviously next year will be 2006 and so on. Yeah. Laguna saying, I hate this track. I don't know why. I just can't get. I'm absolutely awful at this track. And this is going to sound crazy. The only corner I'm actually good at is the corkscrew. The rest of it, I'm absolutely awful. I don't know why. I mean, like, it's in so many games. You think the amount of games I've played with this track in, and the amount of times I've driven it, you think I'd be good at it, but I just can't get on with it. I don't know why. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's just this game, but I don't know, because Forza Motorsport 2 was kind of similar. Even, I don't know. Go. So I don't want to redline it. See, he's quicker off the line because he's got four-wheel drive, but then once he reaches second gear, he's got no power. So I can. There's a little bit cheeky calling that an American car. Well, I know technically it's an American company owned by Chrysler, you know, Eagle, but it's built in Japan. It's a Mitsubishi. They just ship it over here, where Chrysler change a couple of bits like the bumper and the wheels, and then sell it as an Eagle. And then obviously Dodge did the same thing with the Stealth. It's literally just a 3000 GT or a GTO, depending on which side of the pond you're from. I think officially in this country it was a GTO, I think, but I've seen both up for sale, so I don't know, unless it was a 3000 GT but then the facelifted one was the GTO, or they were both the GTO and the 3000 GT is the imported model. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, I don't like it. I mean, I know I could just pick a slower car, but I don't like, you know, when you have a much better car than everyone else. It's just boring because you know you're gonna win. Like, unless you're absolutely, basically, unless you're Lance Stroll, you're gonna win. Although, credit where it's due, he did very well in Australia. You know, he beat both Ferraris, which I don't think has ever happened. That both Ferraris have been beaten by someone with his kind of reputation. So, I don't watch Formula 1. I just know that he came 6th. I know that. What's his name? Lando won it, and Max came 2nd. I really hope Max Verstappen doesn't win the championship again. I'm bloody fed up of him winning everything. I know last year was probably his worst year, but he still won the championship because he had a really good first half of the year, and then obviously the second half, when everyone else suddenly got really quick, he was already, you know, he's already too far ahead. So again, I don't watch it. This is just going off what I heard. So I have no interest in Formula 1, although I do quite like the games. But I mean, I liked it back in the day when Hamilton and Vettel were like the top two. You know that it was going to be either one of them, but it was still, you know, a good battle between them, because you know it's going to be one of them. Obviously, I know Vettel won 4 times in a row, which I think only Hamilton, Schumacher and Verstappen have done that. So, I mean, maybe people like way back in the day, but or Lancashire, so I can do the European one. Nice. I don't know what to say now. I mean, I've done it. So I'll be doing that one, the European Open, and I get a Toyota AE86, which is one of the most useless cars in the game. It's just slow, and there's always a better option. I mean, obviously, unless you tune it. But like I said, you don't really need to upgrade anything in this game, and there's only like 5 or 6 cars you have to buy, only because there's no prize car that is compatible, so you have to buy one. But yeah, I've missed playing this. It's been good. Also, the recording didn't stop. We're still recording. It might have just been a hitch. I know my USB sockets are slightly broken. That was my fault. I tripped over the keyboard cable, and it basically pulled the USB socket out. One of the sockets was bent, that you couldn't use it anymore, and so I've got 2 left. One of them has got a splitter in, and the other one has got the capture card in, but the splitter, one of them has stopped working now as well, so I might need to get a new splitter. But when I'm just on the PC normally, I only really need the keyboard, mouse and maybe the controller, depending on what I'm playing. Well, the controller or the wheel, depending on what I'm playing. I don't need the microphone and the capture card plugged in all the time. I only plug the capture card in when I'm playing the 360, because it saves me having to unplug the capture card. I just leave it plugged in, and then as long as it's plugged into the PC doesn't have to be on for the Xbox to come on. But if the capture card's not plugged in, the Xbox won't come on. So yeah, but as long as it's plugged in, it's fine. Anyway, I'm waffling. How long's it been? 19 minutes. About 9 of that was me talking about random crap. Anyway, if you like the video, subscribe, I guess, and I'll see you hopefully next week if all goes well.